This is another useful fungus. It's bracket fungus. It can be used for a source of tinder. It's got a amadou layer, a trauma layer on the top inside, which is very much like velvet. It can be used for getting a fire going by firing a spark on it. It's difficult when it's living. When it's dead, it can be useful. I don't know whether you can see that velvety piece there. That velvety piece is your trauma layer, which can be turned into amadou by cutting it off from the spores, which are that piece, and boiling it in water. They reckon you should boil it for 24 hours, but nobody's going to boil this for 24 hours. I've boiled it for about an hour and put some ash from the fire in, and the ash, having sulphur in it, fuses with the trauma layer, and then if you beat it out flat and fluff it up, it will take a spark. But I have found dead ones of these where I fired a spark onto just this velvety trauma layer, and it's taken a spark quite easily, and I've carried it around the woods for about an hour and then used it to light my fire when I've got to a suitable spot. It burns slowly, so the ember in it, and your action of walking along like this with it in your hand, the wind keeps moving on it and will keep it quite happily smouldering away. There are a few others nearby, so it's not just rare occurrence that you see them. They tend to grow on fallen trees at the base, so you will find them very much like that. With bracket fungus, there's usually a white layer underneath, and that white layer can be useful. I've used it to sharpen my knives before because it's got a very much like a leather texture to it, and if you soak it in water for a few minutes, it becomes very, very much like leather, and you can use it like a leather strop just to sharpen your knife up and down on, and it does sharpen your knife up really nicely. There is one that has been broken off. It's fallen off, so it's dead. This one would be an ideal one to carry around with you. It's quite a sizable piece, so they do grow really quite large, but as you can see, this one's really wet, so you would have to find the drier layer inside. So I'll cut a piece off and put the video back on and show you. Okay, having cut a section off, you should be able to clearly see the amadou or trauma layer is the velvety piece at the top. It's that will take a spark. These are your spores of the fungus. It's that piece here at the top is your trauma layer and your amadou. It's very velvety and does take a spark very well, but it does need a certain amount of treatment before it will take a spark, or if it's dead and really dry, which this isn't. But you could take this piece with you, put it by a campfire, dry it out, and then put it in your rucksack and carry it for next time.